Hello, this is Bob Kinsey.
Now we have on the phone with us a Green Party candidate for U.S. Senate, Bob Kinsey in Colorado. Bob is a veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps. Bob is was a representative to the Hague Appeal for Peace in 1999. And as mentioned, Bob, now tell us why you're running for U.S. Senate as a Green Party candidate.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Well, because there's only me to vote for if you object to our foreign military-oriented policy of dominance and to support the Green Party value of nonviolence, and also to keep us from extending the national debt by obscene amounts for war. That's my major issue, is to give people a chance to vote, to say we need to get our troops home now and the occupations now, reduce the military budget by 3/4 and spend that money providing civilian jobs, working on green issues and changing and transforming our economy, so that and in addition to doing a lot of good things by creating those jobs, we'll also create taxpayers who can pay into the national effort as well, and pay their mortgages and feed their families. Because we had 15.3 million people unemployed, and the private sector, the Chamber of Commerce, Tom Donahue said we don't need those 15.3 million in order to run a successful American economy. We've got to then find those people jobs through government expenditure.
Bob, tell us about the Colorado unemployment picture. Of course, people all need jobs out there. What's the situation like in Colorado right now as a Green Party U.S. Senate candidate?
I'm sorry, but it's the same as it is across the country. I mean, we can pretend it isn't, but it is. We've got a lot of unemployed people here. Obviously, a hunk of that 15.3 million, but we're a small state in terms of population, so numbers-wise, it's not going to be gigantic compared with the rest of the country.
Bob, my name is Ron Fisher. I was in the Navy 30 years, and I have a website, We the People. And thanks all for what you're doing there. You're right on track. I recommend 90% cut in the military-industrial complex, and we still would be spending $100 billion, which is more than any other country in the world. And of course, we have more bullets and guns and airplanes and submarines than all the rest of the world put together. But anyway, I have a website, wethepeoplenow.org. I think you got some of the answers. I got some of them. Well, I'd really appreciate it if you take a look at that. It has my phone number and email address on there. And what I'm trying to do is come up with a sort of a common agenda to work on. So we're wrestling with this, and I'm open to any kind of suggestions. But thank you very much for what you're doing. WeThePeopleNow.org.
That's Ron Fisher, our candidate in the 8th Congressional District of Virginia here.
Bob, is there anything, before we go, we've got David Curtis, the Green Party candidate for governor in Nevada, in the queue. Any other key point you'd like to make before we go, Bob?
No, there's so many key points to be made. I think that we've got to just change the way people think economically. That economics is supposed to be about providing, creating a system that provides for the needs of people throughout the society, and not to be a vacuum cleaner for the top 1% to suck all the wealth into their pockets, creating a huge gap between the rich and the poor, which is going to destroy our democracy. We've got to change the way people think and get away from this argument that if you cut taxes, you're going to provide jobs, because that's just not happening. That trickle down hasn't worked for 30 years. It's in fact destroyed our economy instead. But we also have to make sure that in creating a new economy, that it's a sustainable economy, an earth-friendly economy, because the only thing too big to fail is planet Earth.
Wow, that's good.
Outstanding, Bob. We thank you so much for coming on the program today. I'm Kerry Campbell, and we really honor your work for the Green Party, and we encourage you and wish you much success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.